There's nothing left to do but to crank over those engines, gearheads. 'Tis none other than us, the Lugnutz podcast.
Recorded June 2025. Really? Does it feel like we're in the future to you too? Okay. Chevy bolts yet again. Alpha and Maserati together. Another solid state of BMW. And Peugeot returns. That and more on this week's Lugnutz.
Enjoy the show. Drive on, Lugnutz.
Drive on indeed as I toss my axe out to the crowd and we start another Lugnutz podcast. I love that balloon guitar. One of my best additions to the show so far. A lot like adding this first story.
We're going to start by bolting to Chevy. 2027 Chevy Bolt. Automaker is scaling back their EV ambitions, but it doesn't mean the Bolt is going away.
Oh.
Set to begin later in 2025 at GM Fairfax Assembly Plant in Kansas City.
It was a little bit presumptuous of me to just assume, like, oh, good, it's going away.
No, I did lead you to believe that with the tag, but no, it will be back probably reaching about they assume it'll be about 30,000-ish. It's not a horrible looking car as long as you don't mind keeping your mouth shut about fires that don't go out for
We don't call
weeks on
them. We
end.
don't call them that. We call them the. It's just like it didn't happen. What was it? Oh, it was a. Oh yeah, that's all they're allowed to say. They don't mention fires. They just say, oh, we had some
Free ownership
yeah,
bonus content.
yeah. There we go. Yeah, sounds so much
You're
better
gonna
than
need
fire.
the fire department for your free bonus.
Bonus content.
Content.
Yeah, it's free.
Well, what's not free is the Bolt, which they're looking to make for about $30,000 and about 300 driving miles of range.
And that is probably one of the most creative ways you've ever described a Chevy Bolt fire in the history of this podcast.
Probably like on the Equinox, just the front wheel drive motors, and then they were going to go with the lithium iron phosphate battery pack, which will make it more affordable for charging 400-volt architecture. Not a price for 800-volt setup, DC fast charge speed, max 150 kW.
Okay. It's an ugly color, though.
They think it could all change.
Yeah, that's an ugly ass color, though.
I
That
wouldn't
light,
want that color.
like turquoise, kind of almost blue. No, thank you.
But if you go to the lot,
If it's
you won't find that. You'll find grayscale.
yeah, gray, white,
Grayscale. Maybe occasionally find a red one.
Yeah, maybe, but they're gonna charge you a lot more for that one because it's red. Come on, the red model. It's just paint, but it's ugly paint. Ugly paint.
If you don't care about the paint, you might care about this next story. Hill climb. Pikes Peak Hill Climb. Acura aims to climb it.
Okay.
They want to do the fastest climb. They want to bring the Integra Type S DE5 race car for Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. Hill climbs are always great.
Yeah.
As long as you're not,
Oh, especially Pikes Peak. That's the infamous one from Close Encounters. So, yeah, man, that's absolutely race up that mashed potato mountain.
Pikes Peak International Hill Climb is undoubtedly one of the most challenging race events that occur each summer. Drivers scale nearly 5,000 feet. That sounds like fun.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
It's challenge on the car, too, because
you
in a
don't
hill climb.
fall off at the summit at 14,115 feet. That would be a lot of...
Yeah, no, that's where my asshole park is, all right?
A lot of down.
Any of those, like, real narrow roads and shit like that, no thanks, especially with steep drop-offs like that. Yeah, I'm good. But, I mean, good for you guys. I mean, you get a good race car driver behind here. He might be able to set a record. I mean, it all depends.
Well, we'll see what she can do. Catherine Catherine Legg is the race car driver. Goal of breaking the front-wheel drive record for the Acura. Her second time ascending the mountain. Known for competing in Indy.
Oh, okay.
ISMA top 5. Finished the TA1 division last year.
Nice. So, good driver behind you. Absolutely. You can definitely try to do this because one thing I like about the Japanese cars is that they're used to varying altitudes. If you always drive a car in Colorado, it's going to drive differently if you're from Alabama. Mm-hmm. If you're from Louisiana, below sea level, and you go up to mile-high Colorado, some of your cars will have problems.
Well, the fastest time is 10:48:094.
Okay. That's the time to beat.
Sunday, June 22nd, starts 7:30.
Okay. So, type in that box,
If you happen to be at Pikes Peak on June 22nd, 7:30, give it a watch or a climb.
Yeah, man. We'll have to get some, stickers and shit so they can buy them online and just buy a Lugnutz sticker and just go to Pikes Peak and slap that bitch up there. That'd be awesome.
That'd be great. And what will also be great is this next story. Would you believe all hasn't been rosy in the land of Stellantis?
You don't say. Really?
Has been going well for Maserati and Alfa, so they're going to team up.
Okay.
They're not going to combine as one. They're just going to team up to make vehicles.
Oh, is that all?
Sales have plummeted 57% in a year.
Oh, wow. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Dropping to 11,300 cars. That's
wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Less. That's a lot less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The MC20 has been canceled, which was their fully electric car by Maserati.
Well, if nobody's buying it.
Next generation Quattroporte, which will also replace the Gihilbla, pushed back to 2028. So they're just going to push them back all the way back.
Rah.
Both CEOs have drafted a thing, and they're just waiting for Daddy Stellantis to put his or her benchmark of Stellantis-ness on the thing and
slap their stamp of approval on that and move on, But we'll see.
Alfa is considered a premium brand, and when Maserati is a luxury. So are we going to get premium luxury?
I mean, you could, or just something cheap.
Well, if you're looking for something cheap, you might want to look. Welcome back. In a land of Toyota, a new 15K electric SUV is going to the land of China.
Oh, boy.
Doesn't look that bad,
The
I
BZ.
suppose.
It looks busy.
3X.
Oh.
What a name. It just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? I guess all the good names were taken.
Oh, yeah. Obviously. But, it's Toyota, so they're crafty. They'll work with it.
It was the best-selling SUV, EV, among foreign brands in the land of China.
Okay. I mean, that is a big market, especially if you're Toyota and you just captivate the world. Absolutely.
This was also a joint venture between Toyota and GAC, which launched the BZ.
And I remember that. It came in this little thing like this, and it had a lid on it.
I think it's
it made fart noises.
It's spelled differently.
Oh, okay.
It's all capital letters, so it probably stands for something.
Okay. Anagrams. Not the slime, guys. Not that slime. Okay.
Well, the BZ3X is launched in March for 109,800 yen, which is about $15,000.
Oh, that's not bad. That's pretty affordable, especially for an electric vehicle. You're going to get that market. You want to get it low, especially in some places. They're starting to roll out those curbside chargers to where you could just
Mhm.
plug your car right into the to the curb. That's
Yeah.
and you get a 15 grand car like that. That's pretty good.
Well, in May, China sold 4,344 with another 12,000 pending orders. Looks like this one is going to be very popular.
Oh yeah, and you know the outside not too bad. You look at the inside, that looks like it looks like a regular Toyota.
Well, the competition that they're working against is ID3, which sold 4,217 units. Up next is Nissan N7, which sold 3,034 units. BMW only sold 2,605 units, while the ID4 Cross sold 2,600.
I love this look of the whole interior of the car without the drop backs of the driver's seats there, because that just shows how big that little car is. Because you see how small it is, and even in in that, like, oh, that's pretty small. And then you go into the interior, and you're like, oh man, from the driver's seat, this looks great, but it also looks like my passengers have room in the back.
It looks like
A little bit. I mean, you look right
the
there.
seats are folded all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take a nap at work or in your car, you could lay all the way down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you got a fucking little camper right there. You can just kind of hang out in the BZ and get beezy.
Yep.
Getting beezy in the beezy.
Well, they will. They have 7 different trim levels. 5 of them do not include the LiDAR.
What about a mini fridge? Any of them? Because I loved that trim level from the mini fridge. That was fantastic.
No. LiDAR starts at the $20,000 model, plus or minus a few. There's battery options galore. 50.3 kilowatt and a 67.92, which offer 267 miles of range and 379 miles of range. That's
Pretty good,
That's
especially for
really
a
nice
15
range.
grand car. That is not bad at all. That's not bad at all, man.
Has all sorts of bells and whistles equipped with Movement 5.0 smart driving system, electric aid features, level 2, driving, parking, and more.
Well, that's pretty good at level 2.
It's 2025 is a starting point of the 60th anniversary for China and Toyota selling cars and buying them together.
Yeah. Together forever.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it's a nice looking car. I mean, especially that is a big market, especially for Toyota, because they're not over in China. They're not trusting any American cars.
Yeah. No.
You know, not a bad policy to have. I don't trust them either. But, you know, having a nice solid car and a nice solid Toyota is always good, whether you're here or overseas.
But what if you want a solid state? BMW is going forward with the solid state testing. They're still working on this is on the i7.
Okay.
They're working on that, the large format solid state battery, ASSB cells for the i7 in Munich.
Oh. I mean, solid state. We've multiple times mentioned how much we don't really like that because they just go.
They do. They have combines the Gen 5 construction approach, placing plasmatic cells in modules and new module concept.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what any of that means. Plasmatic cells, they sound really cool.
I mean,
Sounds like we're
plasmatic
approaching the
cells
future.
in a module, and we're not just gonna have all the plasmatic cells just kind of hanging out together. You know, you get the
Plasmatic.
bad plasmatic cells with the
makes
bad
me think
group.
we're gonna need Geordie LaForge at one point.
Yeah, we will. We'll need that.
Oh no,
visor,
the
too.
antimatter.
Oh God, yeah, no, we'll get.
How's
there.
the antimatter in your car? I don't know. It's a bit rough. Well, if it explodes, we'll all die.
Oh,
I think I'll
please.
risk it.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna go 20,000 more miles. Oh, oh, please don't do that.
Don't do that. We could all die.
Yeah.
It's antimatter.
Oh, we'll avoid the antimatter cars for now, but solid state. I mean, hey, whatever you got to do to make an electric car, you know. I mean, BMW, they're pretty big in pioneering, especially technology.
They have been working with a joint venture since 2016. They've been working with the stuff inside, the sulfur bases and the battery stuff to try and make something that works and doesn't just die one day, I imagine.
Yeah.
It's got to be a real nice, not so nice selling point. And one day, your BMW would just not work.
Well, those sodium batteries.
Randomly.
Yeah, those sodium batteries, I think there's something in that. There's a lot of people looking into sodium batteries. And, you know, getting some good results, especially with long recharge times and, you know, and just overall durability of it. I don't know. Maybe there's something there in salt.
Well, let's hope
We
there's
fought wars over that shit. Why not? Using it in a battery. Fuck, yo.
Well, let's hope there's not lots of trouble, and usually serious. But that usually means... But that probably doesn't apply anymore because they're owned by China, right? Chinese, well, China, the Chinese, a Chinese corporation,
Same
which
thing.
is sort of the government, kind of, sort of, from my understanding, but I don't know. Yeah. June 5th, it launched 2 new trim levels for the Emira. Top of the lineup, the Emira V6 SE has the supercharged 3.5-liter Toyota-sourced V6 that it already has. It makes 400 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds.
Just what you
Top
need.
speed, 180.
Okay.
When equipped with the manual gearbox. So they still sell a manual.
I mean, that's nice. It's nice
Especially-
to know where you can grab one if you have a shit ton of money, too.
Especially if you're going to buy a Lotus.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
buy something cheap, learn
Yeah.
to drive a stick, get rid of that,
And
then get the Lotus. Like,
oh, yeah.
if you can afford a Lotus, you can afford something cheap.
You know, I mean, but they're there for the driver. You know, that's always kind of what Lotus has been. You know, it's never been the fastest. It's never been, you know, it's been, I love the look of this car, and it's fast as
It's
balls.
about the fun of driving it.
Mm-hmm.
If you're into the fun of driving, the V6 SE model now gets special trim features like 20-inch alloy wheels, red brake calipers, sport pedals, and an Adirondack cabin finish.
Oh, just wait till we get to the, like, driving enthusiasts. When everybody has autonomous cars and, you know, you're the crazy guy driving in manual mode.
They now offer 15 different colors with 7 interior themes, 8 different wheel designs, 4 different brake caliper colors. That's a lot of options.
That is a lot of options, but I mean, if you're spending the money on a Lotus, I mean, you might as well get the color breakout. If you're getting, you know, spending the money on a Lotus, you might as well just, you know, get the color brake calipers that you want.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a nice
Yes.
Lotus and manual.
Yeah. Well, they also decided to add one more trim level below the SE. Uses the same AMG Source 4-cylinder from the Turbo SE, but with less power.
Oh,
You get 360 horsepower.
okay. I
Top
mean,
speed 171.
it's still a fast car, so it's not
Still
like you
fast,
eat.
probably just as much fun to drive.
It's almost like if I went there, but I don't really need all that horsepower. Do you have anything like less powerful? That's a guy like me. Like, I don't want to kill myself quite that much. Got anything manageable for a schmuck like me? Yeah, we do. This trim level. Well, thank you.
Well, they have compression mount to improve gear shift precision, alignment. Oh, and the alignment, dampeners for 2026.
Okay. I mean, that's a good option for you, especially if you're a Lotus fan.
Cooling lines have also been optimized for optimal gear shifting and to save weight.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
wear your lighter socks.
Yeah.
So you go slightly quicker.
Just get your booties out. Don't even wear your boots or your shoes. Have special driving slippies.
In Germany, it can be found for about 96,500. I think that's a euro.
Yeah, euros.
Or 133K.
Okay. Yeah.
So save your pennies or get the turbo version for 110K.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad car, and you know, with the manual, I mean, you can't really go wrong, especially in a Lotus. The green's great, but that gray just looks super sexy right there.
Either way, manual, automatic, it looks fun all around.
Oh, yeah, and there's the automatic, and you get a good sense of the interior. Nice little screen, you know.
Mhm.
And, that black with the
Wow,
red
look at
mirrors.
that. Get that one.
Oh,
Get that one.
man,
Get that
that's
one.
the one
And
you
the,
want right
red,
there.
Red looks like they got some
The red
calipers
trim
inside.
right there on the front lower
Oh.
bumper, and then the red brake calipers and mirrors. That is a trim level expert pick.
That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Oh my God, that's a great one. That's probably my favorite right there.
Well,
Oh my God, yeah, that's great.
well, let's go. Let's leave on that great note and over to the next story. What are the French doing? They're doing a new box truck.
Of course, they're so.
The
French.
E-Jumper now has the large box body.
Ooh, you
They're
boxy
gonna
body
be lining
bitch.
up at the Citroen dealer for this one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
E-Jumper
give me the boxy
launched. Current generation launched in 2023.
one.
You know, box body, 90 kilowatt electric motor, paired to a 250 kilowatt motor with a battery is now 110 kilowatts.
Okay. I mean, hey man, it looks good enough. I mean, it has a nice sledge kind of aerodynamic front end to it, and it's a box truck. It's what you need it for.
It gets 366 kilometers, which makes me think that's not a lot because it's in kilometers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it doesn't go far. I wonder if that's fully loaded.
I mean, well,
If it's
even fully loaded, that wouldn't
with
be bad.
maximum weight,
Yeah.
is that the length you get?
Yeah.
I
Because
wonder-
heavy, you're going to
Especially
need to
with
use the
trucks.
motor more.
Yeah,
so.
the motor's going to have to work harder. and
Yeah, so you're going to be using more electricity.
using more gas.
Yeah. Yeah, using more gas. God, that's still going to be a term, too, in the future.
2 length options, wide range of tailored to fit for every profession.
Mm-hmm.
7-inch audio system, which doesn't. The touch screen is
Yeah.
for the audio system is 7 inches. A 7-inch audio system. That's
Wow.
not very. That's not very.
That's a
Here's
tiny
my audio
system.
system.
I didn't
It's
ask
really
for a 7-inch
small.
audio system. Oh, yeah. I just got
Dab,
this tiny box
Apple-
truck.
DAB, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto,
Mm-hmm.
7-inch instrument cluster. Wonder where they got that one.
Yeah.
Color display, automatic, air conditioning, electric, adjusted, heated exterior mirrors,
That's nice. That's nice.
sockets for bodybuilder, halogen headlights, daytime running lamps. See if there's anything
bad.
interesting. EPS, electric brakes. I hate electric parking brakes. I hate them. They're horrible. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them.
Yeah.
Get one for about 50,000 euros.
I mean, not a bad price for them.
Single cab starts at 51, and the other single cab starts at 54,
Okay.
plus VAT. Probably
you
not
get,
the same.
You get
VAT
VATs?
I don't think it's that VAT.
Wow. How'd they get the VAT system and be able to pause shit, man?
The
They
French are so innovative.
they are really breaking down the time barrier there for your convenience.
That's why they're going to help out in Ukraine. They got VATs.
You know what I mean?
They're just gonna.
There we go.
Yeah.
100% accuracy.
Up with that perception for that VAT skill to go there. Let's round it out with one more story. Sometimes that last story isn't always there. It is this time. And this time, we go to Peugeot. Peugeot is returning to the hot hatch realm.
Yeah.
I like the look of this one.
I love me a good hot hatch, especially a nice looking back end like this one. A good looking hot hatch and the red, really good color choice for that.
This is the E208 GTI. Peugeot has announced the return of the GTI badge with the front-mounted motors lifted from Alfa Romeo Velocity.
They should give them back.
276 horsepower, 255 torques, 0 to 62 in 5.7 seconds.
Okay. That's not bad.
GTI has 142 more horsepower than the standard hatchback. The GTI also gets a limited slip differential.
Okay.
That's nice to know.
Yeah, I love the black tint on the mirrors, and those wheels look very
Are there
busy.
nicer photos? Anything else?
We got a couple there. You got the front
tracks
end,
have
back end. Front end does not look bad with the little fish gill LED lights.
Yeah,
on the
tracks have
fogs.
been widened 2.2 inches front and 1 in the rear. Suspension is
Oh, that's
fitted
nice
with a
interior.
hydraulic bump stop, dropping the ride height 1.1 inches.
Yeah, that's a nice interior there with the two
I like it.
screens right there. The nice red. I loved when the Jetta and my GTI. They both had that nice red light that came down while you're driving. It's something very soothing about that.
Volkswagen
red
had
light.
that very soft light on the inside. I
Yeah.
always miss that.
Oh yeah.
Every
Oh man,
car.
I missed that light.
Like, not
yeah.
white light, like, bruh, we're here.
Yeah,
It's like,
red. Just
we are
little
here, we are
soft
not
light.
important.
Yep,
It's
we
just-
know you're there.
We know you're there.
Yes, just for the driving experience.
They call the GTI getting the more aggressive front lip with the sizable spoiler and diffuser in the rear.
Well, this way you can't
Not that-
mistake which one is yours. Oh, I have
Yeah.
the GTI.
I see.
See the one with the wheels there? That's a GTI. I know. Really?
This one won't be coming to the United States.
No way.
Just get a Golf.
Gaudy ass rims. If you want a GTI, go with Volkswagen. All right, that is a GTI. This one looks nice, but it's French.
And they don't sell it here, so get a Golf.
Yeah.
Unless you're in France or anywhere that sells it, and then I'd probably get a Golf.
Yeah, it's still get a good. You can't beat that German engineering.
It's nothing against you, Peugeot, but we've never known you here. But you might want to get to know our websites.
Like Facebook.com/Lugnutz podcast, or check over on our main website for our company of Facebook.com/Perjangers for our new Facebook, as well as our same old website, PJANDWH.com. And that's where you're going to find all of our Luggy and Nutty content. Our special is coming up in the future. Hopefully you got to look at that sneak peek we had last week, and it's also on our YouTube. But it doesn't matter if you drive a Dacia or if you drive an Alpha, because nothing rolls without Lugnutz. We'll see you next week, gang. Until then, drive on! No barks. Wow. Both of them. Nothing. But two
They're like,
mascots.
We're ready for that 2 stories ago, man. We're done.
The heartthrob Romeo and the hero of time, Link Diablo. Both done. Both. Nah, that's all right. No, I don't want to. You know what?
Good.
I don't want to.
We're good.
The puppy protest of 25. Yeah. Rough. I'll see myself out, but let you know that we love you, we miss you, and we'll see you next time. Drive on, Lugnutz. Bye-bye. About as uneventful as the F1 race.
I mean, what a
The ending of it.
disappointing.
Yeah.
What a disappointing. It was an all right race. The track it's an interesting track. It's a fun track. I guess.
The pit pull out is probably the most interesting part about that track, though. It just has a nice curve coming out, and that's pretty much it. It's not overly turny like you see in a lot of the Arab countries.
It's got that one hairpin. I like
Yeah.
that one hairpin that
Yep.
in and out.
Yeah. That's
It's got
good.
the weird pit exit.
Yeah, but the pit exit alone, it's memorable of it. So about very uneventful, but Mercedes, Red Bull ending because of a bit of a McLaren rivalry
Yeah, they
at the end. Mr. Romy Rome. No, dude, down, no. Jesus, this is not a lap thing. He's a lap dog, and this is not a lap thing. I'm just going to go ahead and pull that closer so he doesn't think that he can go ahead and join us on this podcast. Still breaking the new puppy in on the podcasting, you know, but F1 corner, this is the time for that to happen. But yeah, Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris getting a little bit of chin music with each other at the last leg of the lap of the race.
Y'all could have, if y'all would have just,
It's like 10 laps left, dude. You were in the 60s.
you could have had a nice 4-5 finish.
What's worse?
But he couldn't get those few extra points over you.
Yeah, but what's worse?
Now you get
that?
no points, and he gets all the points.
Well, what's worse, that or you pull a Bottas, not a Bottas, Antonelli, and fuck up on the warm-up lap? What would you rather? Like, fuck up, 10, you got 5 laps to go? Damn, that sucks.
Think about Antonelli. It was his first day.
That was his first day.
That's a really bad first day.
It's bad first day
That's
blues.
a bad first day.
Yeah, but, I'd like to think that fucking it up at the end when you could have had points.
Yeah.
And you didn't. You've been doing good all season to this point. And
everyone has to learn in their own way, and they might want to learn about the show.
Well, they're going to have to hit that subscribe button. Right above my head is going to be the very best Perjangers and Wallhangers video for you. And right above Big Brother's head, well, that's coming up on 200 Lugnutz podcasts in a playlist, gang. All for you. And we got something else in the cooker. So until we see you next time.